Up to now, we've covered just over half the miles of the trip. It's hard to believe that what feels like only a few short days ago, this band of 4 friends gathered their gear and started down a winding path through the West Virginia mountains to escape the everyday grind, leaning towards the solitude and calming waters of the Greenbrier. The morning of day 5 now awaits as Ghostlight Island bids us farewell. Time to see what's around the next corner. Good morning on day 5. We just broke camp. I showed you a little video, a few pictures. Best campsite I've ever seen as far as kayaking goes, but again, I'm not an expert on that, but I'm going according to everybody else's opinion. So, contrary to yesterday, where we had a lot of rain, a lot of clouds, today is shaping up to be very nice. 70 degrees and sunshine all day long. So I think this could be one of the better paddling days. We're kind of pulling into the water that's got more whitewater. That's always fun. A few small towns, maybe pick up a pizza for lunch. So these are the kind of adventures that you really look forward to when you come out here on the open water. Look at that. Beautiful, boys.
I didn't know if you even were looking. I was like, here's a little boat.
Yeah, I got a hat. Pull your boom camera off.
Yep.
Deciding to take a quick break, we pull up to shore and immediately Dauber and Pete pull out the rods in hope of catching their next trophy fish. These two have been going at it for the last 4 days, trying to one up the other, and they are showing no signs of slowing down. They even coined a new word, forecast, where upon the mere mention of this word, no matter the schedule, the lures hit the water 4 times or more. This is so cool. It's got that little babbling waterfall right through the middle.
Yep. So that's why you know that all came to, all those rocks there for when you get pushed out in the flood.
Yep. We pull up on a rock beach with a small waterfall and wait for Austin. With the fog hanging low along the canyon walls, it was a great time to catch a little aerial footage. Plus, it never hurts just to pass a little time. We had a few laughs, enjoyed the moment, and of course, none of us were in any hurry. Alright folks, I'm not even sure what town we're in. We have stopped for lunch and I'm going to stay with the boats. You always want to make sure there's at least one person with the boats. Make sure the gear stays safe. But we've already made 114.2 miles for the trip. We've done about 20 today. Just a few miles down the way, we're going to find an island and camp for the day and then pick up and go again tomorrow. But right now, everybody's trying to hit a Burger King or a Pizza Hut or something. They're going to get it to go, and then we're going to bring it back down here and have some lunch. Come to find out, there are no places in Ronceverte to eat. So the crew hitched a ride to the next town over and found a Wendy's. Simple lunch for a slow paddle, but very effective when you're hungry.
You know, I bet there might be some fish in here.
There's fish in here. Look at it.
We don't need to hug. The road ahead is clear. Let's follow the coast as far as it goes, or until we disappear. That gives me an idea. Let's get lost together. Let's go chase that postcard, wish you were here, weather. Let's get lost together. 'Cause if we don't, I know that I won't even last another year. Wind at your shoulders, soft changing our ears. There's a whole wide world about to unfurl, not so far from here. So let's get lost together. Let's go chase that postcard, wish you were here, weather. Let's get lost together. 'Cause if we don't, I know that I won't even last another year.
I think we're getting a good bump off those two creeks that came in. It feels way different here.
We made our miles early, so we landed on Aquaman Island in plenty of time to set up camp and enjoy a little daylight. I have to say that while last night's stay on Ghostlight Island was a premium accommodation, this one is right up there with it. The only drawback is a limited number of trees to hang the hammocks. We settle in, fire up the stoves for dinner, and just so happen to find another fire ring that was so graciously donated from an old washing machine some time ago. Regardless of its previous purpose, it now provides warmth and the means for tall stories among a few paddlers that just spent an excellent day on the river.
Good morning, everyone. The beginning of day 6. We are leaving campsite number 5. This is what's known as Aquaman Island, and it's a rock island that we camped on last night. Beautiful campsite. Just enough trees for all 4 of us. Sat around the campfire all night long. We're getting a little bit of a late start. We want to hit I believe it's Alderson, a couple hours away, and we're going to try to make it so we can get there for lunch, because I understand they have some fantastic ribs at this barbecue shack, and that is our goal for the moment.
Don't go too fast. You need to. Yeah, kind of stay just faster than the current. Watch the bottom. That way it's already you can't stack it like what before it's road, you want to be a little barely faster in the water. And that's where they are.
That'll wake you up. Oh yeah. Get you some of that.
Half a day down with lunch in our sights. Approaching Alderson, we were looking for a barbecue cafe that Pete said had primo ribs, but it appears we overlooked it as it's supposedly visible from the riverbank. Well, not aware of it at the moment, but it turned out to be a mistake we were all glad to have made.
We just had the most amazing lunch at the Riverview Cafe. The food, all hand-cooked, handmade. I can't even hardly breathe, I ate so much. We missed one of the other restaurants, so we were hoping to get some ribs, but to be honest with you, I'm kind of glad we did, because I do believe what we had was even better. So by all means, if you're going to kayak down the Greenbrier River, and go to the Riverview Cafe. They will fix you up like none other.
Race up to catch her dropper in the lip of it, so it must be one.
Yeah.
Probably when I was holding on to that one big one that was towing
So here we are, the infamous Bacon Falls. Leading up to this trip, I had heard a lot about this one. The lines chosen 7 years ago by the last River Kings crew, how some got it right and others wrong. Determined not to be a statistic, I headed in, center right, looking for a path through the many ledges and rocks that are just waiting to show a 14-foot boat what a miscalculation can cost.
Yeah, baby. Woo!
Nailed it, boys. Nailed it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What y'all think about that?
That was awesome.
Going on right
That was fun.
A lot. You took Brian and I's line exactly. It was perfect.
Really?
That's the line. Nailed it.
With Bacon Falls behind us, we settle back in and enjoy the scenery ahead. This has definitely become my favorite stretch of the Greenbrier. With whitewater and vertical rock cliffs, it's an adventurer's dream.
I saw Austin disappear. I was like, I told him, this is going to be a big one. Keep it straight.
The miles for the day are behind us as we look for another perfect campsite. Secluded spots are becoming scarce as we get closer to the end. Rural population has sprawled along the riverbanks, making it a bit more challenging to find a site that checks all the boxes. As the sun starts to set, we continue to paddle towards Hinton, finding not a perfect site, but definitely one that will work for the last night on the river. It's bittersweet knowing that the hammocks will stretch the last set of trees on this journey, but it's also satisfying in that we've made it this far. Tomorrow we have a 9-mile paddle to reach Hinton for a late breakfast, then a few miles down the new river to reach the takeout. But before we get there, we have to pass through Brooks Falls, a formidable rapid known to be unkind to newcomers. We'll see tomorrow how this story unfolds.
Day number 7, ladies and gentlemen. Beautiful day it is to start out. I'll turn this around so you can see this. Look at that. Look at all the nice sun popping out, clouds down in the valleys, ridge tops over that. Just a glorious morning.
A normal Friday morning finds me with a cup of coffee in front of a computer, logging on to work, answering emails, and joining conference calls. The everyday hustle just becomes the norm. It's been said that trips like this are an escape from reality. Well, J.J. Gray said it best, that this is more of a means to get back to reality, leaving behind all of the made-up problems and indifferences we create for ourselves. Today, the coffee stays safe in my hydro flask, no computer to be found, and the only conference call is the sound of whitewater inviting 4 friends to come play.
That's chilly. I was semi-dry going in. Not anymore.
That one hit me in the face.
We reached a confluence of the Greenbrier and New Rivers where the Greenbrier River ends. 161 miles away from where we put in at Durban last Saturday, the only thing left is to find Kirk's restaurant for breakfast and fuel up for the remaining miles on the New River towards the takeout below Brooks Falls. The things we do to find a great restaurant. This time, we climbed a near vertical hill of weeds and various ivies to find a recently reopened Kirk's restaurant under new management. Even better, we lucked out and got exclusive outdoor balcony seating overlooking the New River. While most of the guys are going for the pancakes and waffles, I can hear those bacon and eggs calling my name.
There, finally got in there with you. Now we're there. Yeah! That's smooth.
That's the stuff there.
I think I edged it out.
Yep.
Come on back. Nice! Yeah! Put her left. Oh yeah. Hey, so we're surfing, man. You ready? Yep. Blue end, as you feel right, I feel left. Got it.
Here we are, the grand finale. This one has a bite. The main line has a very juicy hole bordered by a rooster tail, and to get past the beast, you must ride that rooster tail. Apparently, when we scouted the line, I heard differently, and well, you're about to get a first-person view of the result. Austin and Dauber, they chose to take the center line, and even then, the beast was still hungry.
Feel good?
I'm good.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
You ready? Don't get too close now, we got a little ways. Pick up your foot, stay out there where I am.
Okay.
We'll angle in.
Yep.
Doggy.
Okay. So Brook Falls, ate my lunch. Came over, rooster tail caught my side and basically just flicked me over. I tried to roll up one time and there was just too much going on and all the fluff and that hole and everything else. So I just popped skirt and come out. don't see them.
With the most memorable ending, we close out 7 days of paddling down the Greenbrier. None of us wanted it to end, and in reality, there was still a task at hand. On day 2, Dirt Dauber left his Garmin in reach at the campsite. So the plan was to ride back up to Cass and spend the night, leaving early in the morning to hike back to the campsite. I was the designated gear watch while the rest trekked in and out, finding the Garmin. One last lunch at the Cass Scenic Railroad restaurant, and we'd be on our way. We'll definitely be back to this small town, as the old steam engine railroad has a charm that draws me. I can definitely see Bonnie and I coming back up this way to ride this piece of history.